No, that's the way they ride. Yeah, they call it posting. Yeah.
Because I want to judge the techniques, and I want to judge the techniques. If I get somebody, let's say, professionals, and Nancy Beck, she comes out sometimes and she's...
The hardest part to see is the sun glaring down through this thing.
Yeah. Just something small. Well, no, we are building a house on our property. Krista Home. Yeah. Mel Daly. In the east side mostly. He's built a couple of street the crossing. Yeah, he's built like the first house on the left-hand side of the crossing he's built. Yeah, he's, I mean, from what I've seen, like he owned the lot, so that was kind of nice. He gave us a break on the price of that lot if he would build on it. So I said, yeah, you can have it.
So you buy an acre or two?
4.5 acres. Yeah. It's in a kind of a cul-de-sac. The total development is 8 acres. The first 3 houses in front, or the first 3 lots are like 1 acre each. And then we got 4.5 at the very end.
You could subdivide the rest of it?
Well, that's what I'm hoping eventually, maybe 5 to 6 years from now. He couldn't because he short platted and he can only short platted 4 lots. Yeah. Maybe long plat later. Right now I'm sure that's right, yeah. Well, no, they haven't even broke the ground yet. That's what I'm saying. And they break ground in about 2 or 3 months, and then it'll probably take them 6 months. They're really busy. King County is so slow. He hasn't even, yeah. He hasn't even finished the short plat yet. He's on the final stages of putting the road in all that. Every step of the way. King County is 2 months. They're short of help.
Oh, I see.
This isn't. She was added, I think, on this one.
Next round.
juice. It's got the vitamins, minerals, and taste that make you feel so good.
If I drink a lot of orange juice, I get big as you.
Yeah, but, you'll still be my little brother.
100% pure Florida quality orange juice. It makes you feel so good.
Last week, us Fritos rustlers came upon a whole new breed. Ranch Fritos. They looked real wild, but they was actually sort of mild. Shoot, one even let Luke pet it. These wild and mild ranch Fritos have a creamy ranch flavor. No Fritos rustler can resist. But keep that under your hat, partner. New wild and mild ranch flavor Fritos corn chips. Rustle up some.
I've heard of diets where they make you live on special food that comes in little boxes. That's fine if you're a gerbil. But if you're a real person, you need real food. You want to lose weight fast and you want to keep it off. That's why I called Diet Center. It worked for me because it was a diet that I could live with. On the Diet Center program, you can eat out, you can have lunch with your agent, you can go to parties and still lose weight. Try that with gerbil food. Call Diet Center. You'll feel the difference.
We don't live in the Wild West. Only the police need guns, not ordinary citizens. Guns kill too many people and innocent animals too. They should be outlawed. So vote for a kinder, gentler society. Vote yes for gun control laws.
Do you want gun control? Call 1-900-490-6363 to vote no, or call 1-900-490-6364 to vote yes. Vote now. Just $2 per call. When polling is completed, the results will be tallied and promptly delivered to Congress. Make your vote count.
Let's get this straight, huh? You own this house, but you didn't stay here last night. Is that right, Mr. Armstrong?
That's right. I haven't been here in weeks, Lieutenant.
It's Sergeant, and it's Kettler. Detective Sergeant Kettler. What do you do, rent it out or what?
No, I'm letting a friend stay here.
Is this the guy you lent it to? Name in the wallet is Drake Eaton, lived in Washington.
No, he's not the person I thought was staying here.
Must be the victim's scarf. It's got blood on it. All right, bag it. Send it to the lab.
Excuse me, Sergeant. How was he killed?
It was a gunshot right in the ticker. You keep any handguns around here, Mr. Armstrong?
Certainly not.
Did you notice any powder burns?
No. What'd you say your name was again, lady?
Fletcher, Jessica Fletcher.
Do you know this guy?
Well, not really. I mean, I met him last night for the first time, briefly.
Mrs. Fletcher is a guest of the Astrophysics Institute. She's also a writer of some repute.
Oh, yeah? My wife's a writer, too. How about this guy?
Well, he worked for Madeline DeHaven. She's the director of one of those federal agencies.
GOA.
Oh, great. Just what I need, a stiff with clout. Anyway, come on, let's get to this telescope business.
Well, as I started to tell you before, we found it focused in on this window.
That telescope is 30 miles away from here.
33.
Easy. You guys finished with the phone?
Yeah, it's dusted.
Yellow?
Russell Armstrong, please.
Yeah, he's here. Who's this?
This is Faye Hewitt.
Hold on. It's for you. Faye Hewitt. Don't stay on too long. I want to keep the phones free.
Yes, hello.
Russell, forgive my calling like this, but I've been terribly worried. What's happened? I mean, who is it?
Drake Eaton. He's been murdered.
Oh. Is there anything I can do?
Madeline DeHaven. She ought to be told.
I'll call her right away.
Thanks, Faye. And I'll talk to you later.
Vertical blinds are closed. Drawer in the table next to the bed is open.
That's interesting. The bed has been mussed, but not slept in.
Oh, yeah, struggle. Say, Mrs. Fletcher, what kind of books do you write? Cookbooks, gardening tips?
Actually, murder mysteries.
Oh, no kidding. A nice lady like you. You make any money at it?
Well, actually, yes.
Oh, my God, no!
Carrie, what are you doing here?
Oh, Jess.
Who the hell is this young lady?
This is Mrs. Palmer, the lady I've been lending this vacation house to.
I don't know what happened. I wasn't there last night.
So this Drake Eaton, this stiff on your living room floor, you never saw him before, right?
I told you that, Sergeant.
Look, ma'am, I'm just as tired as you are of this, okay? But I got a real problem with your story. Like, where were you last night when this stiff was bleeding to death all over your rug?
I told you, I had some problems to work out, personal problems. So around 11 o'clock, I took a drive.
Alone?
Yes, alone. I parked at a deserted place up in the hills. I fell asleep, and I woke up a couple of hours ago.
And naturally, you didn't see anybody, and nobody saw you.
That's right.
Sergeant Kettler, my niece and I spoke briefly on the telephone last evening. What she is telling you is consistent with her state of mind at that time.
Oh, really? Well, you see, when I put the pieces together, ma'am, I get a different picture. She splits with her old man and walks out. Happens all the time. Only this time, the old man's playing peekaboo through a telescope. And some guy winds up dead on the floor. Now, it doesn't take a genius to put that together, does it? Where is your husband, Mrs. Palmer? I'm having a little difficulty finding him this morning.
I don't know.
Sergeant, we've been through this a dozen times. Mrs. Palmer has given you her statement. May I take her home now?
Oh, sure. Hey, listen, don't let me hold you up. Only don't go too far. Because I have a funny feeling that once I locate her husband, I'm going to want to talk to her again.
Carrie, that story you told Sergeant Kettler about driving around and sleeping at the beach?
Jessica, please, no questions. Just trust me.
Carrie?
I'm sorry.
Carrie, when did you get back?
God, I've been so stupid. Leonard, I wasn't with Ed.
Now, everything's going to be fine, Carrie.
Leonard, I hate to dampen this moment for you, but things are not going to be fine. Drake Eaton has been murdered.
What?
In the house that Carrie has been staying in.
Murdered? Well, by who?
They're investigating.
Carrie? Well, that's ridiculous.
And they've been looking for you, too. Sergeant Kettler is over at the observatory. I think that we should go and talk with him.
Oh, of course. But why the observatory?
Leonard, last night you were wearing a plaid scarf.
Oh, was I? I'm sorry.
Mrs. Fletcher.
Oh, Mr. Haven, I'm so sorry about Mr. Eaton.
I just heard about it from Miss Hewitt. And believe me, whoever shot him is going to feel even sorrier.
Well, the police are investigating.
They'd better be, or they'll feel the heat all the way to Capitol Hill.
Leonard, I understand some policemen are poking about your observatory. Can't imagine why, unless they're looking for your